Okay, so we're gonna use the pressure cooker and I'm gonna do some baby potatoes, which I've already pre-cut and salt and peppered. And this is a brown sugar glaze that I've created to go on the pork loin. And I marinated overnight pork loin in kind of like a honey mustard kind of spiced rub. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put some potatoes in the bottom of the pressure cooker. And I like to do this because you want them to be tender, but it'll also give a platform for the pork loin to go onto. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. This has been fun. All right, so I'm gonna use a little bit of mushroom stock, which you can get at a superstore or any other store. I like it because of the flavor. So I'm going to pour a little bit in, because it's always important to have liquid in your pressure cooker. But I don't want it to go over the potatoes, because with the marinade, it will actually create liquid on its own. And I want to kind of brown up the actual pork loin. So this will give that base to go on. So then we're going to put in the pork loin. Anybody who knows me knows I hate touching gross meat that is raw. So this is like 3 pounds of pork loin that I'm putting in there. I'm just gonna wash my hands here. So there you go. So you see it sitting on top of the potatoes, even though there's liquid in there, which is what you need, and that will actually tenderize the potatoes, which is fantastic. And now we're going to go and take this brown sugar glaze, and we're just gonna kind of coat the top. Try to figure out how to do this. All right, let's see if this works. There we go. We're just gonna coat the top. So basically the brown sugar glaze has brown sugar, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of grainy mustard, and some onion powder. And putting this on top will hopefully create a little bit of a crust. And then also the sweetness of it, once the pressure cooker starts cooking, it will make it so sweet, but yet have that little bit of spice tinge to it. All right, so there we go. We've got it all done. And I'm gonna put this in for about 25-30 minutes, probably 30, just because the pork loins are quite thick and there's over 3 pounds of it. So remember, arrow to arrow. Twist. So I totally destroyed my house here. I'm doing this one-handed. So twist so it down. Press the lock. We're done and good to go. I'll come back when it is done for unveiling. Okay, so we pulled it out. And it's important that the pressure nub here, or a pressure valve, is went completely down before you open it. Just basically undo the lock, twist, remove the lid away from you because the steam will give you a facial. And let's see if we can show it here. And there you go. There's your pork, your potatoes underneath. So you can see what I mean, that the liquids will rise and become more once you cook. So let's take it out. Oh, it looks so good. All right, so now we're gonna cut it up. And as you can see, perfect tenderloin. That's the nice thing I find about the pressure cooker is it cooks with such moisture, like chickens, chicken breasts. I do all my meatballs in it. Man, there's not much I can't do with it because it is actually one of my most favorite pieces of the microwave cookware. And I use it probably 5 times a week. As you can see, I'm trying to cut strips, but it just keeps flaking apart. That's how tender it is. You can't get that in an oven at all. So we're gonna plate it. And if Colleen is watching this, sorry, there's gonna be no green on the plate, but we can imagine. As you can see, like that part's all falling off just because it's that tender, okay? It just falls apart. And then the potatoes. So all of that marinade and the glaze, along with the mushroom stock, is gonna flavor your potatoes. So not only will they be tender, they're just gonna be packed full of that flavor. I'll show you a better view. It's just hard to do it with one hand, so I try to use the stand. So there is the potatoes. And a little bit of pepper. And what I also like to do, because the sauce is so good, I take a little bit of the sauce and I'll drizzle right over the pork tenderloin itself. So you can see, I'm going to switch the camera around, I think, if I can. Probably not. So there you go. Pork tenderloin, potatoes, a full meal, probably like feed at least 4 people. Definitely I'm going to have some leftovers. Done in 30 minutes. Really easy, really simple, and healthy, because you can actually just season it and whatever glaze or non-glaze you want to use. So there you go. Hope that was helpful.